Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and today I'm going to bring you another how-to video, and this one concerns Hyrule Total War. So for all you Zelda and Link fans out there, this is the mod for you. It is a mod that's come out for Medieval 2 Total War, and from what I can understand, it's not that new. I think it's been out for a year or two, but I think there has been a recent patch for the game, and I've gotten a couple of people interested in how to download it. So yeah, the first thing we're gonna have to do here at the top of the screen is just go to moddb.com, and once we get to the home screen there, the reason I'm doing this through moddb and not through Steam is because Medieval 2 is actually an older game, so they don't actually have a Steam workshop where all of the mods are kind of kept. So moddb is where you're going to be finding all of the files for that, for Medieval 2 mods anyways. So at the top, if we just start to type in Hyrule, you'll see Hyrule Total War will pop up. And then this is the most recent version under Files, Hyrule Total War 4.6. So we'll click on that. And then in the description, it gives like kind of some basic installation instructions, but we're going to walk through them right now. But yeah, so basically you can hit the Downloads Now button here. And then what it's going to do is start a download in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, but I already have it, so I don't need to do it. So feel free to pause it now, and then you can carry on with the next steps once it is finished. So I can exit moddb now. Cancel download. So right here you can see the Hyrule 4.6. So that is the WinRare one that we need. So if we double click on that, it's going to have 3 files in it. So this is just like a readme patch file, which we'll be putting into the data folder later on. And then you can see if you hover over it, Hyrule 4.6 Part 1 and Hyrule 4.6 Part 2. So just make sure that your file sizes match mine, guys, because if it downloaded incorrectly, these will be probably a lot smaller. So make sure that they are the same size. Alright, and then what you can do is, I just will hit extract and then put it right back into my downloads folder and hit OK. And see, I've already got it, so you won't have to do it. But once you hit OK, it's actually going to pop all 3 of them right here. So I'm just going to cancel that. So what you're going to see is these 2 files plus that README file pop up. I've already got my README file into my downloads. But there should be 3 files, so you'll see like a Hyrule 4.6 Part 1, Hyrule 4.6 Part 2, and then like a little blank patch page. And so let's start with Part 1. So if you double click on it, this is where it got a little bit glitchy for me. My computer actually wouldn't allow this to run right away, so I had to right-click it and run as administrator for it to go through. And then it'll load up welcome to the 4.6 install, so we can hit next here. And then just make sure that the destination folder is as shown: Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Medieval 2, Mods. And then you can see that it's saying Hyrule here, and we haven't created a Hyrule folder in the mods, but it'll ask to create one for you. But mine's already been created because I've already installed it. So it'll be like, this Hyrule folder doesn't exist in mods. Or do you want to create that? And you just hit yes. And then once you hit next, and then you can hit start. And I don't want to overwrite any of mine. But once you hit start, it's going to start with a downloads bar. And this also happened in my Third Age mod when I started to download it, because you can see that it's using the same install program. But it actually goes to this page is not responding for both Part 1 and Part 2. But just leave it, like, literally, I'm serious, 5 minutes, 6 minutes of it not responding. It just sits there, and then all of a sudden it just starts to download and everything's fine. So if it says not responding, just leave it. Like, literally, go have a sandwich or something, come back, and it'll be fine. Okay, so once that's loaded up, it'll say thank you for installing, and you can hit exit. Yeah. That's fine. And then we're going to do the same thing with Part 2. So when we load up Part 2, it's going to pop up with the install window saying welcome to 4.6. and make sure it says part 2 at the top. Don't download part 1 twice because it will not work. And then we're going to hit next. Again, make sure that it is showing the same folder. And this time, part 1 has created the Hyrule folder in your mods. So this time it won't ask if you're okay with it. It'll just drop it into the folder that we want. So we'll hit next. And then when you guys hit start, again, the downloads bar will appear. It'll sit at 0%. At the top of the screen, it'll say not responding. Leave it 5, 6, 7 minutes. Come back. It'll eventually install for you. And, yep, I don't care. I've already installed that. So once we've got both of those installed, so we're going to follow the path where the mod has installed. So local C, program files 86, Steam, Steam apps, common, Medieval 2, and mods. And there's the Hyrule folder right there. So that is perfect. So, like I said, you guys have this little README folder here. So when you double click on it, just take that README folder and then just like drag it into the data and drop it in like that. Okay. And then just make sure that you guys have all the folders here. Make sure that they installed correctly. If you're missing any of these, the game may or may not work properly. So make sure it looks exactly like this. And then this executable, you can just rename that to Hyrule. Or like Hyrule launch or something like that. So you know that's the one that actually launches the game. So what I'm going to do is launch the game. I'm going to cut it though, because again with mods I have to be very careful. I don't know if I'm allowed to show the epic soundtrack that the Hyrule mod has. It's really, really awesome, but I'm just going to go in and mute it, and then we'll load up a battle, and I'll show you guys some of the units and confirm that it's working. Okay? Alright guys, so here we are loaded into the Hyrule Total War mod for Medieval 2 Total War. So you can see that the selections are still the same, but they've got this really nice kind of gif here of the men marching forwards with Zelda watching over. So let's just load up a quick battle just so you guys can see. So I'm just going to select it on Hyrule Field, but got a lot of... Oops, my bad. Hyrule Field, but a lot of unique battle maps here, which is really, really cool to see. So we'll just hit next, and there we go. You can see all the factions here, all laid out. Got the DQ tribes and stuff, but we'll just do the Kingdom of Hyrule against Stalfos. And yeah, here's all the custom soldiers you can get. Oop. So yeah, let's get some Elite Immortals, some Castle Guards, crossbows, some Dismounted Knights, Flail. Let's get a couple Trebuchets and 3 Cav. That looks good. And for these guys, we'll just get a bunch of random swords. Doesn't really matter much, to be honest. So there it has begun. I played about 4. I downloaded this mod just to test, and it's quite stable. But for those of you guys that do timeouts and such, please just be patient. This modder, I believe that it's only the one-person mod, and he has just been overwhelmed lately with, you know, a ton of crash reports and bug fixes that he's trying to do with Medieval 2, and he's doing this all alone. So keep in mind, he's not being paid for this. This is a mod that he is working on for everybody who enjoys Medieval 2 mods to enjoy. And just be patient. It's a mod, so expect some form of crashes. But yeah, it looks awesome. Like, look at these trebuchets here. They got like the little Kingdom of Hyrule wings there. Even the Castle Guards, they've got like the little Link shields. Really, really, really awesome to see. So yeah, it's pretty much working. You can see when we start the battle, everything looks really good. Got all our crossbows and stuff. Got the catapult unleashing on the poor Stalfos infantry. But yeah, guys, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully this was informative for you. Be sure to like and comment if you have any other mods that you'd like me to take a stab at. I am working on one for the Warhammer mod for Medieval 2 Total War, so that one will be coming out soon. But yeah, thanks again very much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more mod how-to videos on my channel. And I will see you in the next one.